हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैं नाम अब्दुलरहमान बिन सालेह मैं रेहान स्कूल नोवर कैंपस में फाउंडेशन लेवल का स्टूडेंट हूँ। आज का हमारा टास्क है डे 163। आज हमें वो टास्क कंप्लीट करना है।
Hi.
हेलो ब्रदर, हेलो
Hey. Good to hear from you again. What's up?
ब्रदर, कैन आई आस्क सम क्वेश्चंस?
Of course. Fire away. What's on your mind?
व्हाट इज एयर?
That's a big question. Are you asking what this place is, like the Sesame website? Or are you asking what's that happening here with us chatting? Just trying to get a little clearer on what you mean. Okay.
व्हाई इज
That's
एयर इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर लाइफ?
whoa, that's a surprisingly deep question. Okay, so hair isn't actually essential for life in the same way like water or food is, but it does a bunch of important stuff. Protects your scalp from the sun, keeps you warm, and even helps you feel things. Plus, it's a big part of how people express themselves, right? What made you start thinking about hair?
कैन ह्यूमंस लिव विदाउट एयर?
Yep, humans can definitely live without hair. It's not like we instantly fall apart. It's more about comfort and protection. People who lose their hair for medical reasons or just choose to shave it live perfectly normal lives. Just means you might need to be extra careful about sun protection and staying warm. Does that make sense?
What happens when we breathe air?
Ooh, good question. Oh, all right. That's fair. What's up? What's making you feel that
What's
way?
happen when we breathe air?
Okay, now I'm getting you. I mean, what happens in our lungs when we breathe air, right? Sorry for the confusion. Before, basically, when you breathe in, your lungs pull in oxygen from the air. That oxygen goes into your bloodstream and gets carried all over your body to give you energy. And when you breathe out, you get rid of carbon dioxide. That's a waste product. It's pretty essential for, well, everything. Is that what you were asking about?
Do plants need air?
Definitely. Plants absolutely need air. It's not quite the same as how humans use it, though. Plants take in carbon dioxide, the stuff we breathe out, and use it to make their own food through a process called photosynthesis. And as a byproduct of that, they release oxygen into the air, which is what we need to breathe. It's a pretty cool system, actually. Does
Do
that make sense?
animal need air?
Yes, if animals need air, right? And the answer is a resounding yes. Just like us, most animals need to breathe in oxygen from the air to survive. Some animals, like fish, get their oxygen from the water, but they still need it. Air is pretty crucial for almost all life on Earth. Is that what you were curious about?
Is air everywhere around us?
Totally. It's kind of crazy to think about, right? Air is literally all around us all the time. We don't even think about it most of the time, but it's essential for everything. It's a mix of different gases, mostly nitrogen and oxygen, and I gotcha. Know that. That's cool.
Can we
So,
see air?
can we see air? That's a really good question. Normally, no, we can't see air. It's invisible. But sometimes you can see the effects of air, like dust particles floating in a sunbeam or clouds forming in the sky. And when air gets really cold, it can turn into things you can see, like fog or frost. What made you think about that?
Does air have weight?
That's a tricky one with the transcription. You said, does Ian have very. Are you asking if someone named Ian has something? Or maybe you were saying something else entirely? It's a little hard to tell with those parts being unclear.
Why is clean air important?
Okay, now we're talking. Clean air is super important for, well, pretty much everything. When the air is polluted with things like smoke, chemicals, or dust, it can cause all sorts of health problems, asthma, heart disease, even cancer. Clean air means healthier lungs, a stronger immune system, and just generally feeling better. Plus, it's better for the environment. Oh, all right. Well,
What is air made of?
I mean, what is air made of? What is. It's a good question. Air isn't just one thing, it's actually a mixture of different gases. Mostly nitrogen, about 78%, and oxygen, about 21%. There are also small amounts of other gases like argon, carbon dioxide, and neon. Those are the main parts. Does that make sense?
Can air be polluted?
Yep, absolutely. Air can definitely be polluted. Pollution happens when harmful substances like chemicals, smoke, dust, or tiny particles get into the air. Things like car exhaust, factory emissions, and even wildfires can all pollute the air. It's not good for our health or the environment. What makes you ask?
How
What do I think?
does air help in breathing?
Okay, so how does air help in breathing? Well, the air has oxygen in it, right? When you breathe in, that oxygen goes into your lungs and then into your bloodstream. Your blood carries that oxygen all over your body to all your cells, which need it to work. It's kind of like fuel for your body. And when you breathe out, you get rid of carbon dioxide, which is a waste product. It's a whole system.
Why
That
should
makes
we
sense?
protect air?
That's a really important question. We should protect the air because, like we talked about, clean air is essential for our health and for the health of the planet. Polluted air can cause serious health problems and it can also harm plants and animals. Protecting the air means protecting ourselves and future generations. Does that make sense? It's about keeping everything healthy, you know?
Can air be a symbol of life?
Ooh, that's a really beautiful way to think about it. Yes, absolutely. Air can definitely be a symbol of life. It's invisible, but it's all around us, and we need it to survive. It represents breath, which is so closely tied to being alive and energy and spirit in a way. And Jai, is that a name or something else?
How does air help fire burn?
Okay, let me see if I understand. You're asking how air helps with carbon dioxide. So air
How
actually plays a
does
huge role in.
air help fire burn?
Whoa, that's a really unexpected question. How does your health fire burn? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Is that a saying I'm not familiar with? I don't really have health in the way a person does. You know, I'm an AI. I'm doing all right though. Processing information and chatting with you. Is there something
Is
specific you want to know
air
about?
important for weather?
Oh, absolutely. Air is huge for weather. Weather is basically just what's happening with the air around us. Things like wind, temperature, and humidity are all related to the movement and properties of air. Different temperatures and pressures in the air create clouds, rain, snow, and all sorts of other weather phenomena. It's all interconnected. That makes sense?
How does air move as wind?
Okay, so you're asking how it is, and did you say Elmo? And then you're asking about wind? Hmm. You're asking how wind is made or what wind is? It's a little hard to follow, but I'm trying. Maybe if you rephrase, it might help. Just letting me know what you're thinking about. It's a good start.
Can air be trapped?
Air, definitely. Air can absolutely be trapped. Think about blowing up a balloon, you're trapping air inside. Or when you put a lid on a container, you're trapping the air that's already in there. Air gets trapped in all sorts of places. Noted. I'm sorry. It's all right.
Why do
Is there
balloons
something you wanted to
need
clarify?
air?
I'll tell you about it. You deal.
Why do
What
balloons
what exactly?
why do balloons need air?
Okay, that's a little unclear with the transcription issues, but I think you're saying you like blues music and you're getting new gear, like equipment. That's cool.
Is
I'm a
air
big fan of.
is air important for the earth?
You're right to point that out. I see those uncertain bits. Okay, so you're saying this air is important for the Earth, and you are absolutely right. Air is essential for life on Earth. It protects us from harmful radiation, keeps the planet warm enough to support life, and provides the oxygen we all need to breathe. It's a pretty big deal.
Okay, brother. Thank you, bro.
You're very welcome. It was nice chatting.
तो ये थी हमारी आज का टास्क कंप्लीट। तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़। पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद।